My first time going live. First time going live from this PC. Man, this HD camera they got is not gonna work for me. Yeah, this is not gonna work for me. All right, here we go. Marriage woes, part 3. Let's talk about it. Me and my junkie office, mainly because of this big monster here. Now, let's get into it. Part 2 was an epic one to follow. Don't know how we will ever be able to top it. Now, yeah, I'm good for now. But there's a lot of stuff going on that make you not good. Oh, absolutely. Now, here's the situation. You got a couple that's married for 7 years, right? 7 years of marriage. So they're planning for what they're going to do for their 10th year marriage or whatever. So they're trying to see where they want to go, and do for their 10-year together. So when it comes to 8 years, do they got kids? Yes. They had kids before they met each other. Like she had 2 kids when he met her, and he had about 3 with like 2 different baby mamas. So they had a blended family, but they didn't have any of their own yet. And they were together 7 years. So their kid days, I guess they said, we got enough kids. So they're planning on moving. How old is they? They gotta be at least 48 right now, 47, 48. So now they're approaching the 10 years, but at this time they're like 40 in their 40s. So now they're approaching the 10 years, right? So in 7 years, they're saving. The husband says, let me know so I can start saving. If this is what we're going to do, let me know so I can start saving right now. So that's what he did. He started saving immediately. He said, let me start saving right now so that we won't have these problems down the road. And what they end up having was problems down the road. Because while he's saving, the wife is spending money without talking to him. And he's not really checking the finances. And it's like $60 here, $30 there. And come to find out, she was giving it to her one of her kids, just giving them money for, games and toys. And then the situation starts to come into play. After 7 years, you know, he's trying to take an authoritative figure over her children, to say, hey, no money, you can't have this or you can't have that. After 7 years, you would think this would have been established. But they're your kids, but they're not your kids. Biologically, they're not, but you're taking care of them. They living with you, and you're under your roof. You should the wife, I feel, should have had to lay down the law and said, hey, what he say is gonna go. He got some say too. But she's taking it like, you can't talk to my kids like that. That's something a girlfriend says, not somebody you're married to. So now they're having conflict, and you can't tell her what to give, what money to give to them. But he's like, I can, because it's, even though it's our money, we put it in the bank to share together. Some of it is my money too. So now there's this big conflict, and it's not really about the money. It's about the respect factor. The oldest daughter that she has is resentful. She's resentful because she is connected to her father that's not there no more. So she kind of blames the relationship. The youngest daughter loves him. Even though he done everything for her other father ain't did a damn thing. She's looking up to this father who just feeds her lies all the time. Like, I wanted to do this stuff for you, but they wouldn't let me. So he brainwashes the daughter to turn her against the mom and the dad. So whenever the mom tries to buy her affection, try to spend extra time with her, mother daughter stuff to try to butter her up. But the husband, every time he tries to do something, she interacts and like, no, I got it, I got it. So she undermines his authority. So the daughter feels like she don't got to respect him. And this creates this conflict. And this was going on for years. No one knew. They looked like the perfect happy family. Then this happens. So the daughter ends up, going all off. And he said, I've been there for sure. Right. So the daughter goes blowing up, and I'm going to stay with my father. He's not going to tell me what to do. And, the wife is like, let me handle it. I'll get her under control. And he lost it one time that he actually put his foot down while he was gone on a business trip, making money for the family. She let the daughter throw a party in the house with her friends from school and all this stuff. And they're going through all his things in his house, and something gets stolen from him. He comes home. Now, he already discussed with her there was going to be no party. There was going to be no party and no party at the house. And the fact that he was mad at his wife because she lied to him and tried to hide it until something came up missing. And then everything about the party came up and he found out about it. Now the wife says, I never tell you what to do with your sons, with your kids, but his kids don't live there. They live with their mothers. He take care of his kids, but they don't live there. They visit like on weekends or whatever. But here's the thing. Now that this situation has happened, it opens up Pandora's box to what else has been going on. He's like, I can't trust you. I can't trust her at all. But here's what's going to happen. Cell phone that I pay for, gone. Everything is gone. What does the wife do? She buys her another cell phone. That's coming out of his money anyway. Out of both of their monies together. So now he's not talking to the wife. He sounds like a chum. Well, he sounds like a guy that he got 3 kids with 2 baby mamas, and he married to this woman who already got like 2 kids. So, he's dealing with 2 girls that he got to live with, 3 girls that he's living with. It's crazy. Yeah, but see, the thing is he been with this girl for 7 years. So when he was there, she was like a 10-year-old. Now she's 17. So imagine, you know, even though he did all these things, being nice to her and all that, she was still standoffish. While the youngest daughter, she only remembers really him. She don't remember the father. No, they're not ratchet at all. Like, they're very established. Like, this is a high 6-figure family. They make about 400K combined. They make very good money. I'm serious. Very good money. one of them works at the same place that is connected with a former president of the United States of America. So let me tell you that right now. Money wasn't the issue. Money wasn't the issue. When they travel for vacation, I don't mean like they going to Disney World. No. They going south of France, Central Pays. This is what I'm talking about. Like, no, you guys are probably getting it all mixed up. So when I'm saying they saving to go for a trip, I mean they're saving up their money because they finna go on a big family voyage where it starts in one country and ends in another country. They travel. You know, if you look at their Facebook, you'd be like, Jesus Christ, I can't compete with that. Inheritance? No. They work. They work for their money. So after the party, things get stolen. So of course it could be replaced, but it's not about the money. This is why this is what this whole topic is about. It's not about the money. What's up, Kev? I see you. Mr. Finley in the house. It's not about expensive things. It's about principle. Okay, the principle that this is what I said, this is what you did. The principle was violated. Thanks, Kev, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the super chat. Kev always come through and super chat. You can super chat over here, or you could hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name on the Cash App. We just put it right here in the old piggy bank. Look at that little piggy. So it's about the principle. Like you're undermining his authority in the household when he says that she's supposed to be punished for what she did. You don't award poor behavior. So it's the principle because she knows she could disrespect him because you, the wife, the mother, is not putting the hammer down. You feel like you got to coddle to her and try to rationalize just awful behavior. That's unacceptable. Now, my opinion on this is that it never should have got this far. So right now, they're approaching the 10 years. He don't want to do nothing for the 10-year thing. He don't want to do anything with the family, nothing. 10-year anniversary, he gonna do the party with the friends. Other than that, no trip. He's like, why am I gonna spend tens of thousands of dollars to take ungrateful people around the world? Why? And I'm like, you're right. I understand it. And I'm single. But, if that's the case, he's going to have problems with the wife because she's going to want to travel and she's going to want to do these things. This is something she vested and waited 3 years for. So she's like, I've wasted 3 years of not really going on trips so that we could do what? This? Which is a lie. They've been on trips for the past 3 years. But because of her job, she don't call that a vacation. But you were in like Bora Bora. You was in like Brazil on the beaches, in the sands. You was all over the place. The Maldives. You were everywhere. Okay, in the sands, and you were in Italy. You were everywhere. Work or no work, you were there. You were in Greece. So any place he's taking you, he's probably have taken you someplace you've already been. Yeah, but they got a whole nother year. They're 10 years not into next year. They got married in 2001. I remember that. It was 2001 they got married. So 10 years coming up, but as right now, he's not feeling it. He's not feeling going. So it's not about the money. And that's what I wanted to let you guys know. No matter how much money is out there, it's about principle more than anything. It's a very difficult situation, and he didn't feel supported in the situation. So you tell me which side you side with the most in this situation. I know Nicole says she went through the same situation or a similar situation. Right. Both of them are very well off. Like if they both left each other, they both would, if they both left each other right now, they both still, the money's not a problem with them. So money is not the issue. It all comes to principle. You know, he's married. I mean, he has two baby mothers. He's got three kids. He's got three boys, I believe, and two different baby mothers. The kids live with their mothers. He pay his child support. Okay, he pays his child support. He's married to another woman. She has two kids. As of right now, the oldest daughter is 17. The youngest daughter is about, I think she's now like 13, going to be 14, maybe. So, or I think she's younger than that. I think she's in eighth grade. So whatever that is, 13, whatever. So I don't know. They got about a 3 4 year difference. But the thing of it is when they met, when dating, she was a little girl. She was about 5 or 6. So he's been in her life since they met. But now that she's 17, okay, now that she's 17, the daughter, she's rebelling against him. Like, you're not my father, and she's listening to her father, who never did anything for her, but he's manipulating her mind so that she can go ahead, and actually, no, so she can go ahead and actually, just try to, like, her mom gonna leave him and run back to her dad. It's like a Disney fantasy world. And because she's always been resistant of the husband, who's done nothing but take care of her, pay her school, pay everything, the wife keeps going into the money that they're saving for vacation, everything else, and pampering the daughter. And as she's undermining his authority in 7 years of marriage, and they're supposed to be doing something for the 10 year, going on this trip, and now he doesn't feel like going because you keep undermining him with your own daughter. And she's like, I don't tell you how to raise your sons, and I don't do that. The sons don't live there. She's under my roof. He provides just like she does. We pay the bills, food, and all this stuff. But you have to, definitely, work together as a team. You can't undermine your husband and think that's you can coexist that way. Eventually it's going to blow up because she feels like the mom is going to have my back no matter what. So I don't have to respect him. So he feels, he's at a point where he's like, they're at an impasse. Like, I can't do this. This is I'm not going to feel like celebrating with you. And you keep undermining me every time he took the phone away. The mom went and bought her another phone. What messages are you sending? She threw a party behind their back, and the mom knew about it and didn't tell him, the wife. And that's why he was mad at his wife. He was like, look, I told you no party. And you agreed. We agreed on no party. She threw a party in this house and y'all lied and tried to keep it from me. Trust is gone. So now, no trip for their 10-year marriage anniversary. No trip is coming. None of this is happening. They have, I know the wife, she's very, very much like she lives through her daughters. Like she lives through them. Like this, everything is for her daughter. And she's a buddy parent. And that's something that a lot of parents, you probably have seen it before. This is a prime example of a buddy parent. She feels really bad because she tries to rationalize every single thing the child does, every single little thing. It's like, oh, well, she's not feeling well. She's under a lot of stress and pressure. It's like, what stress and pressure? What stress and pressure did she have at 17? So she played the kids. Kids are very smart. They know their parents better than anybody else. And they know how to play on them. They know how to play on them. They like, I know if I what I can get and what I can't get out of my parents. So they start pushing. And they have pushed the certain buttons till they get what they want. This is kids with this. So she knows her mom feels this amount of guilt. She feels an elephant amount of guilt of the fact that her father, she misses her dad and all this stuff. So the mom feels guilty about the situation. So she tries to appease it by buying gifts and giving the daughter everything she wanted to try to keep her happy because she's struggling with the idea of her father not being. Oh my God. It's been 7 years. She's been knowing him for what, 9? So 9 years out of her 17 years, she's been knowing this man who's been paying all her bills, paying her private school, paying for everything. I mean, the mom, it's not like the mom don't pay either, but I'm saying he's helped providing this big luxurious house they have. And yet you're not appreciative enough to even let him have a say so or respect his decision. It's disrespectful. There's no way around it. I understand how the mother feels in the situation, but she's wrong. Y'all have to be united. The parents can't be divided on the situation. They have to be united. They have to communicate. They have to be united. He said it's called splitting. That's what it's called, splitting. Exactly, Nicole. It should be done together. I'm not married, and that's my decision on it. I mean, other married people might say, no, it don't work like that. But I think that you got to split the weight, because if one person got to do everything, they're going to get so overwhelmed till you're going to create a worse situation. You're going to create somebody that's just going to implode because they're doing everything. And when people are doing everything and they feel the pressure, like they feel like they're doing everything, they're going to just be a walking time bomb. And then any little thing could set it off. It could be a hairpin on the floor. I'm tired of doing all that. You'd be like, whoa, what did I do? You're going to blow up. It's going to come out of nowhere like a volcano. You're going to be like shocked. Like, what did I do to cause all this? It's an accumulation effect. It's an accumulation of things that have happened that you weren't paying attention to. That you probably, that person is mad you did not pay attention to it either. That you didn't see it. So that's gonna make it even worse. So when that explosion happened, boom! Oh, look out! Better not get any lava on you. Right, but see, this is something I blame both parties in this. The wife was wrong, and definitely the husband was wrong too. So Frank had a point there. Frank just said he was a chump, but it was more than that. He's being delicate to the situation. But after a couple of years, you got to start having a conversation with your wife. I went through a similar situation. I went through a very similar situation. My mom and dad situation, my stepdad, when he came through the door, I was a teenager. So I was already a teen when he came through the door, and he was in the military. So I'm from the city of Chicago and he from the military. And when we meet, he's entirely different. He was not around for the first 3, 4 years because he was stationed in Japan for like 2.5 years. He came back from Japan, married my mom, and went back to Japan for like another year. So, and at that time, I wasn't living with my mom. So our bond didn't really start to mesh until like he was stationed here. So we never, even though he'd been with my mom for years, I really didn't get a chance to really have a bond with him until years later. I was out of high school. Oh, very easy, pal. Single people have the best marital advice in the world. You know why? Because they're surrounded by a bunch of marriages and they see it all. So they get to see and like all the issues, the problems, and the stuff. It's like, wow, like this is what a marriage is really like. It ain't like watching it on TV. You get to see it right live. So you got to know what to expect. So single people, they're on the outs because they're thinking like, okay, if I do get married, what I have to look forward to. So you got to know, you got to definitely scout. Believe me, other people marriages play a lot in decision making. You got to know the type of women you want to deal with. That you think, okay, I could possibly move forward with this person. You want to look at values. You want to look at goals. You want to look at these type of things. You can't think, man, she bad. You start thinking she bad in a lot of other places too. She don't cook or clean. Y'all ain't ever get to that point. Now you stuck with a person that don't cook or clean. Or she sleepwalks in the middle of the night. Hey, you waking up, who's walking in there? Or she's bipolar and just any minute she just start breaking things in the house. Hey! So you got to get to know the person. You got to know who you're dating. If you don't know who you're dating, you don't know what the scenario is going to end up in. So thank you for your time. God bless. Good night.